And the much-hyped OK3 made their NBA debut Thursday. After all that conversation surrounding these three sharing one basketball, it led to a 105-84 win over Carmelo Anthony's former Knicks team. Melo was 8 of 20 from the field for 22 points. He told me before the game he was thankful it was in OKC, not New York. The Thunder are in Utah to face the Jazz at 9 Eastern on NBA League Pass. He also told me that he was tired of that question about how this might work offensively, but it seemed to, at least on Thursday night.
71 points when you add all three of them up together. That's pretty good. But I'm happy for Carmelo that he gets an opportunity to go with a team that'll have a chance to have home court advantage come playoff time, and he has two other players that can really put big numbers up and help him out with the scoring burden. I thought the year that he went through last year, he was sensational in the way he handled it. The constant questions, waiting for the time and place that he might be traded to. If he okayed the trade, where would he go? Would he wind up staying there? I'm happy for him and the family.
I think all these guys have experienced personal success, but now they want to experience team success. And I think that's why it's going to work this year. People are worried, will Russ want to share the ball? And we saw in the first game that he's willing to share the ball. He had double-digit assists. Carmelo fit in well. Paul George fit in well. But when you first come in this league, Coach, younger guys, they want to establish themselves, establish their brand. They want to be all-stars. But after you've been that for a while, that's when you really want to start to learn how to win. You want championships, and you start realizing you can't take these games and these seasons for granted. I think all three of these guys realize that now, and that's why they're going to come together as one. This is a team that Golden State has to be looking at out of the corner of their eye.
You mentioned Paul George. He had 28 in his debut, 9 of 23 from the floor, but he told me after the game this was an offensive performance to build on. What did you like about that Thursday night?
Well, I wanted to ask this question, Chris. Is this Westbrook's team? I think Carmelo has no problem saying that, look, it's not my team, obviously, but now Paul George being where he is, the level he's at right now, scoring 28, like you mentioned, is he willing to step back and say, look, we came into your team, Russ, you lead us, and we'll follow from there?
I don't think they really are worried about whose team it is. They're worried about the winning aspect. You know what? Some nights it's going to be Russ, and he's going to be getting it done with his scoring. He's that dynamic. But some nights it's going to be like last night where he has 16, like last night, but on Thursday when he has 16 assists. And then you can't forget about Carmelo Anthony because he's one of those guys that his jab step series is legendary, and he can get going at any moment. I think they're going to play off each other and figure out, sometimes it's my night, sometimes it's your night, but as long as we're collectively whole and we share the ball, we'll be successful.